think one specific thing I learned from the Launching Leaders course that I know I'm going to probably use forever from here on out is the formula. And actually, recently, I actually added to the formula. So I'm going to put myself on the spot and see if I memorized it. It's get up early, work hard, get your education, find your oil, make your mark, and give back. And I was reading a lesson, and it was the formula for finding God, that they actually call it, and it was faith, prayer, and love. And I added it to the formula, and if you add those three, it adds a lot more meaning to how you go about living that every day. If a friend were to ask me about this course, I would definitely recommend it, even if maybe they don't believe in God, or maybe even if they're not spiritual. I think it really hones into your inner self, your inner healthiness, regardless, which is something everybody needs.
So what I liked about the Launching Leaders course was so many things. So I think first and foremost that it does connect daily life with God. And for me, that's so important. That's what I try to do, but I think like we've learned, you can always find areas where you can improve, whether it's what time you wake up or being congruent. And I think, goodness, there's so many things. Finance was a big piece for me, connecting, thinking about finance in a way that, hey, it's okay to intentionally plan this. That's something God would be pleased about, right? As opposed to, oh, we should never touch that because it might become bad if we approach it in the wrong way. No, there are good ways to deal with it. So there are a couple things I liked about it. If someone were to ask me about this course, I would tell them, do it for sure, and just have a great time. There's so much to be gleaned. Do all the assignments, right? Do the best you can, but just do it. I think if you're a person of goodwill, even if you don't know how religious you are, I think you'll have a good experience.
So what I learned in Launching Leaders is planning and the essentials of life in order to be successful. And I really enjoyed this class because it helped me really understand where my priorities are and what my potential is and where I can go from all these experiences.
The core values was a big one for me. Defining what was most important to me, what values I desired, helped me to figure out who I was, what my identity was, and helped me to figure out what my other goals could be. Living a congruent life has always been important to me, but my understanding of it has deepened after Launching Leaders. It's important because when you're consistent through every aspect of your life, it makes you a stronger person, and it helps others to trust you more and work with you. And it helps you to be consistent in your work.
I guess the story that stuck with me the most was the one, I think it was like the very beginning class where he was talking to that guy who had planned the vacation for a year, and then he asked him if he ever did life planning, and he responded no. And I think that's true for so many people, is they just kind of go with the flow and take what they can get through their life. And really, it's the most important thing you can plan for, and you should plan for it. But for some reason, we never sit down and take the time to do that. Okay, yes, I would recommend Launching Leaders to anyone. I think it helps you, um, I don't know, it helps you understand what you want to do and who you want to become, and it helps you find a way to get there. So especially for anybody who is struggling to find their path or their passion, this would be a very useful tool for anybody, which I think is basically describing anybody in their 20s doesn't really know what they want to do, and this can help them get there.